Hello, today in this speech I want to expose and demonstrate that the brain can adapt in and change as a result of the conduct and experience. Until the 1960s, psychologists believed that change in brain structure could only take place during childhood. In adulthood, it was believed that the brain structures were imperturbable. Modern research has shown that the brain continues to create new neural pathways and altering existing ones to adapt to new experience, learn new information, and create new memories. Recent research shows that the brain continues to create new neural connections and altering existing ones in order to adapt to new experience, learning from behavior and information to create new memories. The first years of a child's life are a time of rapid brain growth. At birth, each neuron in the cerebral cortex has about 2,500 synapses. By the age of 3, this number has grown to whopping 15,000 synapses per neuron. The average adult, however, has about half that number of synapses. Why happen this? Because as we gain new experiences, some connections are strengthened while others are eliminated. This process is known as synaptic pruning. Neurons that are used often develop stronger connections, and those that are rarely or never used eventually die. By developing new connections and eliminating weak ones, the brain is able to adapt to the changing environment. Brain plasticity, also known as neuroplasticity, is a term that refers to the brain's ability to change and adapt as a result of experience. When people say that the brain has plasticity, they are not suggesting that the brain is similar to plastic. Neuro represent the neurons, the nerve cells that are the building blocks of the brain and the nervous system, and plasticity refers to the malleability of the brain. How the how does brain plasticity work is my first question. The human brain is composed of approximately 80-60 billions of neurons. Early researchers believe that neurogenesis or the creation of the neurons stopped shortly after birth. Today, it's understood that the brain has the remarkable ability to recognize pathways, create new connections, and in some cases even create neurons. There are some defining characteristics of neuroplasticity. It can vary according to age. While plasticity occurs throughout life, certain types of change are more prevalent during specific life ages. The brain tends to change a lot during the first years of life. For example, as the immature brain grows and organizes itself, generally the young brain tends to be more sensitive and adaptable to experiences than the older brains. It involves a variety of processes. Plasticity is permanent throughout life and involves brain cells other than neurons, including glial and vascular cells. It can happen for two different reasons: as a result of learning, experience, and memory formation, or as a result of brain damage. While people used to believe that the brain was fixed after a certain age, more recent research has revealed that the brain never stops changing in response to learning. In cases of brain damage, such as a during or a stroke, areas of a brain associated with certain functions can be damaged. Eventually, the healthy parts of the brain can assume those functions and the skills can be restored. The environment plays an essential role in the process. Genetics can also have an influence. The interaction between the environment and genetics also plays a role in the formation of brain plasticity. Brain plasticity is not always good. Brain changes are often seen as improvements, but this is not always the case. In some instances, the brain may be influenced by psychoactive substances or pathologic conditions that can lead to detrimental effects on the brain and behavior. We have two types of brain plasticity. Functional plasticity refers to the ability of the brain to move the functions of a damaged area of the brain to other undamaged areas. Structural plasticity refers to the brain's ability to change its physical structure as a result of learning. As a conclusion, the neurons we use most often develop stronger connections, and those that are never or rarely used eventually die. I want to use to consider what happens when we stop living, thinking, or feeling and learning. The most important thing that we need to do. I want to finish with this question. Do you still think that you should not spend time learning and unlearning? Goodbye.